Look into the camera. Yeah, like
Mr. Emmanuel Ogun. Help me out, please. Okay, Ogun Feso the show, and I have also with me pretty ladies who are going to also be part of the show today to discuss life issues. And yeah, you can start.
My name is Aisha Lawal.
Yeah, yes.
My name is Baby Deborah.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Amina Balariwa.
Amina Balayara. So sit tight, and I will give you today's episode on sharing life issues. Mr. Emmanuel Ogunfesho, please can you?
okay. Good afternoon, everyone. It's good to be back here. Last week we started a discussion, and I said this week we are going to continue on a part of that discussion. We talked about a story last week, but today we are not going to talk about a story.
Okay.
I realized that in the past 2 3 weeks that I've been talking about story, there's a particular phrase that keep reoccurring
Okay.
in our discussion, and that's what people. I am so sure. Let me be emphatic now. I'm so sure that almost everybody on this thing will have used that word in one situation or
Okay,
the
what's
other.
the word?
So the word is love yourself.
Oh wow.
Hmm. So I will be asking quite a number of questions this afternoon, and sincerely, believe you me, that word has I will say that word has caused so many problems in some homes,
Wow.
and it has made some people realize their mistakes,
Okay.
and as well make some people think right.
Okay.
So with that being said, so talking about loving yourself, so you guys, I mean, okay, everyone on this table will permit me to ask questions a lot this afternoon. I'm just here
Of
to
course,
question
go
people.
ahead. Go ahead, please.
So I want to find out where do I start from now? So when you hear the word love yourself, what do you think? So
Okay.
from my uncle, let me start from my uncle.
All right, all right. Love yourself. Generally, I am an advocate of loving yourself. Do
Mhm.
whatever
We are
pleases
here.
you. Do whatever pleases you. So I would say to love yourself, it means to, do what you think would make you happy. Do
Hmm.
whatever, regardless of the obstacles, regardless of what people say. You see, I don't like the idea of when an individual, when you are unable to do something because, oh, what would they say outside? What would the society say? What would my parents say? Especially the parents come to the mind at first. You understand? So
Hmm.
I prefer sometimes, there are sometimes that I prefer to put aside those things and do me.
Do you?
Yeah.
So do you love yourself means doing you?
Yeah, to love myself means doing me.
Okay.
You understand? So that is just love yourself.
So Debbie,
Yes, sir.
come close to the mic.
Okay.
So let's talk. So girls in your department,
Yes.
or maybe some of your friends in school, they will
Yeah.
say, lady, I would like to tell you, just love yourself. In this situation, put yourself first. So what do you think when people use that phrase, or what do you think it is when you use it for people?
Like, okay, let me use myself as an example.
Okay.
Before, like, when I want to come outside, or sometimes when I want to like wear some kind of jewelry or whatever, I'll be like, hey, bro, are you sure people will not be looking at me like this? Are you sure that when I come outside, everybody's not going to be? But then I just started listening to like things about it and reading about confidence, and I was like, oh, when I wear it, even if people want to say it, they cannot come and say it to me. You understand?
Yeah.
You just have to do what you want to do. Do what, as far as it's the right thing, you know it's the right thing. Do what it is, and
So
move
could one love him or herself to a fault?
way forward. Like in what aspect?
Okay. Now, some people believe that you loving yourself, you could be selfish about it. What do you think?
Selfish about loving myself.
Hmm.
How?
Okay, let me give a practical
Yes,
example.
yes,
So now let's put it in a relationship format right now. Now, you know that okay, you like the guy,
mhm.
and maybe in your findings you find out that the guy is in a relationship with another
Somebody
person.
else.
What do you think? How do you love yourself in that instance? What do you do that shows that you love yourself in that instance?
So, obviously, it won't be easy for the person at first. But then,
Because you're emotionally attached to the
yes,
person.
because
Okay.
you might be feeling that, oh, am I not good enough? Like,
Mm,
what is it that I lack that the person
You're
doesn't
not
like?
doing.
You understand? Then
mm.
you just have to say to yourself that you are better. Like, you
So
understand?
what would have been
The first
your let me see
reaction.
will I say reaction now? What would have been your decision in that situation that will show you that truly you love yourself in such a situation? Peradventure it happens.
So, for adventure it happens, I would say that, oh, obviously, I know that, yes, I'm beautiful. I'm not ugly.
Yeah.
You are
Yes.
beautiful. Even if it's with somebody else that is beautiful, I'm beautiful. I
Okay.
am worthy of somebody
Better.
better.
Yeah.
And
Then
yes,
But you let the relationship go
but
just like that.
obviously it's not really easy, but you just have to like put your mind that you have to let it go. But
Wow.
sometimes people like that they might want to come back because of when you are like when they see that you've forgotten all those kind of stuff, you just have to Some girls might even
So,
go back.
Debbie, thank you. Aminat, you are here. So this thing they say love yourself. Love yourself. You don't get it. Don't let anybody push you around and all of that. Just be yourself. Be at peace with yourself. So what does it mean to you in real sense when people say to you, maybe you're about making a decision and someone says that just do you love yourself in this situation? What do you think they are saying, or what do you think it means when you want to say it to someone?
Okay. Let's say, for instance, if someone is not yet in your shoes, they will never know what you're passing through, what you're going through.
It's
But
possible.
let them wear that shoe that you are in. They will know the hell that is eating you up. Then they will feel your pain. Those people who criticize others, like, just be in that situation. You will know my pain. You will know what I feel.
Wow.
So just love yourself and just look away from those.
I'm still going back to that word. What do you really mean about this word? Love yourself.
All right, in the spirit of loving yourself, I want to welcome another distinguished guest from the Leeds City University. Aisha, how are you?
I'm good. I'm fine. Hello.
Hello.
It's good to have you here again.
It's good to be here again.
And also in the spirit of loving ourselves,
Hey,
our amiable.
Auntie Bimpe, like I call her.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
Let me
the head
show
of
you
Leos. Hello. And of course, I am actually standing in for her.
We are thanking for ourselves.
This is Bimpe. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me here.
Yeah.
Before you do anything, I want to talk about
Loving yourself. Okay.
So to me,
Mm.
I think loving yourself is about making the right decisions for
Okay.
yourself. So that's the simple definition I will give to it. Loving yourself
Auntie
is
Bimpe,
about
wait.
making the right decisions. for
Wait,
yourself.
let me bust you there.
We are busting.
Okay.
Now, you are a married woman.
Yes.
Okay.
If a lady wants to love herself because she just love your husband,
She's got to be, you know, that's why I said she's got making the
be
right
ready.
decision.
No,
Of your
if-
house.
no, wait.
No, she's trying to love herself.
She's trying to
making
just
the
satisfy
right
her
decision.
conscience.
Yes.
Maybe
We
your
feel that
husband
she's
looks like the person's
like aspect.
when the lady ticks her boss,
Which
she
is
just be
not-
like,
which is not a wrong thing.
uh-huh.
But then
Hmm.
it is she's loving herself, but she's doing it in the wrong way.
Hey,
My husband is not for
we are
sale.
here.
My
Wait,
own
it's going
husband
to
is not for sale.
It's with the right
In our own
person.
mind,
That you are
doing her.
feeling it
Yeah,
does not
how
make it right.
Aha.
If you have to justify your loving yourself by hurting somebody else,
yeah.
that's not loving yourself.
Exactly.
But okay, wait. But in her
That's
mind, she'll be like,
loving.
"Yeah, I want to love myself. Oh, I love this man so much. Let me just
So
go for him.
you're
Let me
saying,
just go for him."
This
the
man
only
ticks
way
my
in
box.
this
Yeah,
world-
he ticks everything.
Everything is
he's
intact.
a perfect man on
Even
my
money,
mind.
he
But
did.
you know he's married.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know
Sense
that
he gets.
most especially you know that it is wrong.
But you know, sometimes when you find yourself in that kind of position, you fall in love, forgetting that this man is married.
That is why
And
you
there's
fail
some-
now. That's what you fall.
But like,
I tell you,
can you look at it like this?
Wait,
Can you look at it
wait,
like this?
sorry. I tell you, there are some ladies that will go extreme. They know, this man has a wife. They even sometimes the wife is a tiger, like the leader of the house, the man of the house. But they're like, no, I'm so fucking
We
what?
know Kia.
I want to do
It still
myself.
doesn't make it right.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
They
if
are,
you
they are,
feel
they are loving
no,
themselves
but
the wrong
if
way.
you feel
No.
like in this situation,
Yeah.
example, just you feel like you going after somebody that is doing his wife dirty,
Yeah.
loving yourself, you're really kidding yourself, because this person is definitely not a good person. If he has a wife at home and then he's still, getting involved with you, that's not a good person. That's
Then you are not the last bus stop.
and then you
But
the
irony of it is,
better than you
after
feel out
you,
there.
somebody is outside there.
Okay. Let's bring it back home. I just want to really just
So
figure
yes, as I
some
was
things.
saying,
Continue.
it is making the right decisions. So the fact that you're making a decision for yourself and you think it is what makes you happy by loving yourself does not necessarily mean that it is right. Until that decision is right, the loving yourself activity is not complete.
Who determines
Once
what is
you're
right?
loving yourself, hurt somebody else, how are you loving yourself? It's not like this is what I want to wear today. Deciding to wear whatever you want to wear is not offending somebody else. And even if it offends the person, it's maybe in the person's mind, psyche. So that way you're loving yourself because you're trying to make yourself comfortable. But then you're taking something that belongs to somebody else. You love yourself and you're stealing 10,000 naira from somebody. Is that love? No, that's not love. You are not loving yourself. So once you make the right decisions, you are actually not loving yourself. And a lot of times we think we are loving ourselves, whereas we are doing ourselves harm.
How do you mean by way of doing ourselves harm?
We are doing ourselves harm, taking what does not belong to you, trying to please other people. Because so you can say that you love yourself, but then deep down, the what prompted your action is actually trying trying to impress somebody. So sometimes if you are not very careful, there's a thin line between impressing other people and loving yourself. So you have to make the clear distinction. Okay, this I'm doing it for me, not for you. You need to check the underlying cause or effect for doing something that you want to. So loving yourself is actually a big deal. Many people don't love themselves, but then they profess that they love themselves. You see it in their actions.
We will get to that place.
You love yourself. Your parents sent you to school. Did you not attend class? How do you love yourself?
Flexing.
No, if you want to go to that route, now let's go there. Let's go there a bit. We have students here. So the person might not be interested in the schooling in the first place.
Or the department he or she is. No, there are some parents that will force you to go with your parents.
No, there are some
But like
that
sometimes you can't just say, "Oh no, I don't want to go."
Yeah, you can.
And of course, in Nigeria, we already know that it's only a few percentage of people that actually make money from what they studied in school. So going to the 4 walls of a university is actually an added advantage.
But up till
it
now,
should not be something that you can go to study Yoruba and then afterwards
end up as a programmer
and then he's in entertainment industry.
Up till now, till tomorrow, till next year, till Jesus come. If your parents ask you to go to school, come and go and study this thing, and you say no, I want to go, and you feel the pressure. You feel that
what I'm saying.
From where you
even
are.
If you don't like the course, the formal education that we have now is only an added advantage. Make use of it. Make sure you have that opportunity.
So let's bring it home. So I'm the only guy here.
Glory be to the Lord.
You should be happy, man.
It is hot. I would have loved to ask my fellow guy. No, for me, you see, this loving yourself issue. For me, I feel in simple terms, if you say you love yourself, you won't violate your own personal values. Because
maybe we have to define values. So because
that's look at the way I express. Look at the way I express that statement. If you love yourself, you won't violate your personal values. I'm not talking about community values. I'm not talking about what society defines as values.
But then your value must be correct. It must be intact.
Who defines being correct? Now, when I talk about your personal value, I'm talking about, okay, what guides you as a person? I'm not talking about being a Christian, being a Muslim. If religion is part of what guides you, maybe religious ethics and beliefs is part of what, they are part of your values. There are things you tick in your own box when you're choosing maybe a friend, somebody to go in a relationship with. Now, if you are violating your own personal values, you don't love yourself. If in your value you don't have let me say sincerity or fidelity in your value, if you cheat on your partner, you are not doing yourself wrong.
You're not doing yourself wrong.
Yes.
If you don't have morality in your value.
No, it's not, I didn't say morality now.
Okay.
See, now we are going to have a catastrophic society.
See,
because if each person start defining their value, some people's value is something bad.
Yeah, you don't do it. I'm like, yes.
So
do you know?
So once you have it, if your value is something bad and you are doing something bad, you are not violating your value.
Okay, let me share a story with you. There was a story I read on internet some times ago, and the lady was married, apparently married to someone, now has a side cockerel. Maybe it's
Side
Okay,
it's the lady now. So apparently something happened. Both of them get to meet, and the issue starts. So people started contributing to the discussion. They said, that lady is wayward, that lady is this, that lady is that. And I said, look at it. Well, I might not look at it from the point they are looking at it. Because we're in Nigeria. If the lady is in some other countries of this same world we are in, she's not doing wrong.
And because of the values of our society.
She's not.
Environment.
And
of course, you can tell that cannot be an idea.
No. You see, for people in philosophy, thank God we're in an academic environment. For people in philosophy, there are things that seems right in society that philosophers will tell you, this is just a mere imagination of someone else that we all assume is the right thing. Because the way Auntie Big is looking at me like, hey,
she's ready for a fight.
The way this man is even talking, I hope I will not greet him after this session. You are seeing me from another angle today. That what nonsense is this man saying? He's not. See, sometimes the things that were defined for us, what you call that something is right, actually, if you put it on the table and you check, for all you care, it might be right in some instances, it might not be right in all cases. But don't let us go there. I don't want to scatter the discussion today. We are talking about loving yourself. So someone has not spoken. Hello. Aisha. So what does it mean?
Aisha.
So and the two Aisha, they are
on green.
So before we allow people in, so let's hear from you. So this thing that we are talking about, say loving yourself, girl, do you, be you. Don't let anybody toss you around. Just be you, be yourself at all times. So what do you think? What is it to you as a person?
Loving yourself is a normal thing.
Okay.
Is all right?
Okay.
It depends on how people react to you, how they behave to you.
Wait, are you saying love yourself according to what people perceive of you? Like what people think about you?
Or you don't even give a damn about how people think about you. You just want to be yourself.
So if this person comes, I'll be like, why are you doing like this? No, you shouldn't do like this. It's not meant to be like. Then you be like, oh, okay, I'm changing. So you run back to your closet and come back out pleasing that person. Is that loving yourself to you?
Let me simplify this thing. When we last week that we were talking about, what was our discussion last week about a lady that had
that wanted to go under the knife because she wasn't very particular or very happy about how her body was.
Okay.
Particularly her breast.
Yes.
She was like she wouldn't mind, I think, reducing it.
No, increasing it.
Was it increasing?
Yes.
Okay, because people with her, she doesn't look nice and all of that.
And I remember last week, it was a chorus answer here. The lady said, that lady do not love herself. Abi?
Yeah, more like we said.
So what do you guys mean? So that was what brought about today's topic.
Okay, so what I said last week was, if you're doing it because of the guy, that's wrong, because you're not doing it for the right reason. Now, loving yourself basically means being okay with yourself, understanding your flaws and like your negative emotions and being able to work with it. Not saying that, oh, okay, I'm like this and I'm like that, I'm just accepting it. It is understanding why you do things certain type of ways and being able to navigate through it without having any external influence being your reason for doing anything.
So are you saying somebody could change from a particular way of loving him or herself to another way of loving him or herself?
Yes, you start from a stage where you love yourself and accept your flaws. Then you move on to a stage where you love yourself, and because you love yourself, you're trying to be better. You're trying to fix things that don't necessarily make you a good person. And being a good person should be particular to you. You notice, oh, I do these things and I shouldn't be doing these things. Yeah, not because, oh, you want to be a good person because somebody says you're a bad person.
Okay.
Who's to say what's good and what's bad?
But what about that person I asked, Auntie
Even
Pink?
on that, I was going to say something because I was like, if you backtrack a few years, let's say before colonization, I think there was this time, I don't know what part of Nigeria, where they used to slaughter things.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, at that point to them it was good. They were doing it to appease the gods or because that seemed like a negative energy in the society. I think the idea of having one person as two. So at that point it seemed like a good thing. But later on you start to revise things and see, okay, why are we doing this thing? Yeah, and I feel like knowing what's good and what's bad comes from being objective about things. You're like, okay, so there's some basic good and there are basic bad. Like now lying, that's
Who define it?
there's like basic things that common sense tells you. Like these are things that you don't need to argue about. They're like basic good things that I feel like
No, I want to argue.
okay, for example now, not stealing. Yeah, we know that's not stealing is a bad thing. Like anywhere, like generally it's a bad thing. Stealing is a bad thing. That's how it is. Yeah. Now, although there are some exceptions where you might feel like I stole because it's still a bad thing. Like there's no way you want to go around it. So there's some basic things like that where the whole human this thing, like we human beings are wired. Yeah, we know this is bad. Now, although the world is becoming a place where everybody's trying to be open and everything, because if you look at it a few years ago, being gay would have been completely unacceptable because being with the same gender is wrong. That's how it is. Yeah, but now things that people are becoming more open and objective about things and looking at things from a different perspective. So as things go on or as time changes, we tend to see a little flux change in what's good and what's bad, more acceptability and all of that. But there's still some basic stuff like basic human this thing that you should know, oh, okay, this is a bad thing. Yeah. That one is this. I know you want to argue, but like I feel like these things are like rigid, they shouldn't be changed. They're always going to be bad. Stealing is always going to be bad.
Well,
Lying is always
I like
Lying is always going to be
I
bad.
like your point of view, but
Very good example.
as a therapist,
Stealing is
let me
always
share with you. You see, there's a way when I'm in my therapy studio, either virtual or physical, there's a thinking that a professional will put on at that spot that sincerely it does not make sense to an average person. So that's one of the things that makes you a professional actually. That somebody could put that kind of a thinking on that will make the client to talk. So that's why when people say they are expert in something, sometimes you need to find out what do they have access to. I will share with you guys behind the camera.
Okay.
One of the beliefs of therapists that you will find so unbelievable. So let's go for a quick break. By the time we are back, so you will reel out the numbers. People will join online. Auntie Bigbe, you open the floor again. We'll now talk about that other side of loving yourself. So the studio line, please.
All right, the studio line is 0706 956 6844. 0706 956 6844. When we come back from the music break, you get to call in and give us your contributions on loving yourself. This is still the studio of Lead City. It's 9.1 FM. Stay tuned. Don't go nowhere.
No.
All right, welcome back. It's still the studio of Lead City 89.1 FM, and my name is still Abimbola Sadiq, and we have Mr. Femi.
Mr. Emmanuel.
Sorry,
Emmanuel.
Mr. Emmanuel Ogufeso in the studio, and we also have some delectable ladies also
Yes,
with
sir,
us in the
yes, sir,
studio.
yes,
So we were discussing about loving yourself.
This still called love yourself. You go cause trouble. Now let's now bring it to relationship part. You know, I've seen quite a lot of ladies. Let me talk from the ladies' point of view right now. And one of the reasons why I focus more on the ladies when it comes to relationship is primarily because when anything goes wrong in a relationship, actually, the female gender bears the brunt in most of the cases. Do everybody agree with
Sorry?
Yes.
me? That if anything goes wrong in a relationship, the one that feel the pain the most, it might not be 100% right. I'm not saying it's 100% right.
But at least we have 90%.
I said it might not even be up to 90. Let me just do 70.
I think
I said the ladies sometimes feel the brunt because sincerely, I heard from one of my mentors one day, and it didn't occur to me that it could be that true until I maybe took about 2-3 days to think about that statement. The man said, "Do I know that if a marriage should scatter now, and there is maybe they both have maybe 3 or 4, 5 children, the man could turn to the next street and tell a lady there that I'm still a virgin."
That's true.
And that lady will believe. We won't even make any inquiry to find out if the man has been married before. Is it possible?
It is. It's possible.
I mean, you are not talking.
Aisha.
Aisha. Is it possible?
I think it's far-fetched, but maybe because like the next street or like
Yes.
that's too
Even that same street.
Being a virgin, I don't even feel like the context, the whole idea of being a virgin applies.
No, you didn't get what the man was trying to say.
Like
This is
he's
what he
not
was,
married.
that he's never been married. He
Yeah.
doesn't even have anything after 5 children, and he said he's a virgin. And the lady will believe.
Yeah, I feel like, and that's possible because, like, even in a case of divorce, we mostly have like the kids being with the mother rather than the father. Only in rare cases, maybe the mom is like not mommy, like maybe she's not the.
She's not even willing.
Mother.
Sometimes she might not be willing to take.
So that's like the few cases that you see that.
So when we now talk about relationship and so how do we? Now I want everybody to speak now. How do you advise ladies in relationship? What are the things they look out for in the relationship, or they endure? Let me put it in that way.
Are we
That they
going from loving you now?
Yes.
Okay.
What are the things they endure in relationship that sometimes shows that they don't really love themselves?
Honestly, to me, any form of.
So let's start from Auntie Bimpe that is married.
Okay, some of the things that ladies go through.
Maybe to the young, to the married and unmarried one, you can differentiate
they
for us.
don't love themselves.
To the ladies, oh.
Is violence,
violence.
So yes,
physical or
so
verbal or
any physical, verbal, any.
How do you define verbal violence?
So you continue to tell me that's stupid. Orí ẹ ò pé, torí ẹ gbálẹ̀ ni. That is verbal violence. You must be discreet with your words, and most especially somebody you are going to live with for the rest of your life. So if I'm a kind of person that words get at me, I'm a kind of person that words get at me.
Is that right?
So while we are discussing, I can get offended. I don't know that I'm offended with our discussion because you already said something that hurts me. And then I wake up every day to a man reading out abusive words. One day I will lose my mind. But then I would have noticed it in our relationship. I do not love myself if I continue with our relationship.
Speaking of red flags,
that's just one of it. Okay. And all my ladies know the rest.
So okay. Since you've given us one.
Let me not talk about the money part. Before you come and say that you like so you're supposed to be asking for money from man or something. You will also say somebody that cannot give you something. in relationship, kò ní fún ẹ náà in marriage. If you know you can live.
I read online
But then
that
how can you live
called
with
off her
it?
wedding.
Because called off our wedding.
Yes,
yes.
3 days to the wedding because she has been the one spending, and when she asked the guy for the money, the guy will be like, no, that the guy that he put his money in.
He will not be responsible when they get married.
Yeah, but the question is for that lady. Now, the question for that lady would be that who proposed the wedding in the first place?
It will be the guy.
Don't assume.
Okay, maybe we don't have the details of that.
The lady
But
might
what we
feel
do
that
know is that
this
she called us
Miss
wedding.
thing, I want to call it off to Mrs. That okay, why not let's get married? And the guy might not be ready financially, sincerely.
Then
when
did you proceed with the relationship to the point of marriage if he's not ready financially?
If the lady
He
keep
should own up.
pressuring
He's a
him
man.
to
He should
do,
own up.
no wait. So if the lady keep pressuring him to do the wedding,
Then you are a man. Let me pressure you to marriage. Should you be pressured?
Let me bring loving you inside now. You are not ready for marriage, financially, mentally, and anything, and somebody is forcing you to marry.
You don't love yourself.
Loving
You go
yourself.
ahead.
You go ahead to live. Don't love yourself.
Okay. Let's look at it this way. So, Auntie Binky has given us at least one. That when it is when there is verbal abuse
or physical abuse,
it's time to call it quits.
Or physical abuse, or emotional abuse.
So, but then when you call it quits, that shows you love yourself as a lady. So, what do you think as a single lady?
First off, I would like to say something on her point. Women are also verbally abusive or can also be verbally.
May God bless you.
Or physically abusive.
For that
so
word.
I don't want us saying, oh, okay, that's.
We are not debating that. We are not debating that. But whether it is man.
You did not mention that. Though.
No, because the question directed at was for a lady.
Okay, let her continue.
Being in a relationship, this is not something I have a lot of experience with because I can't stress. But once you're in a relationship and you feel like you're doing too much. Now, doing too much can be different for different people. Like now, you can do the bare minimum, like maybe just giving him a call, and then you are well appreciated, you're received, and then you can also go the long way of getting him a car, and it's not received. Like you might just collect the car, but like he's not giving you that energy that you feel appreciated.
Okay.
Once you do not feel appreciated in your relationship, honestly, don't stress it.
Remove your shoe, put it in your leg, and run. Like,
do not stress it.
So, the things I'm hearing, I will tell my mommy. So I'm with you. Over to you,
Aisha.
So she said, when you feel less appreciated, right? It's the time to take a walk.
I'm going to talk about the money part.
Okay.
It's all right.
Money is good.
Okay, we are here.
What the lady is enjoying in their relationship is very, very much.
Okay.
If a lady is spending for a guy every time, and the guy don't appreciate it, it means the guy don't love the lady.
There's this word, there's this word you people used to. Maybe when I watch, sometimes when I want to laugh, I just go on Facebook to go and watch this skit and all of. So there's this word when they do prank on ladies and their relationship, and the next thing we hear the lady say to the guys, "And all I've done for you, this guy." But we won't got him.
Do you know
and
men?
if you ask sometimes,
in most cases, she has not done anything.
Probably
what she has done is maybe they've had sex a few times.
And he has buy boxers. And he has buy boxers during Valentine. No.
But like sex shouldn't be. Sorry, I'm very sorry. Sex shouldn't be a currency in relationships.
Thank you very much. It's my belief, actually.
You
are both adults.
Indulging in the sex, so it's a lot of effort and energy.
The day we will discuss this issue.
That's why.
You know, I find it sometimes ironic when ladies especially says that I've given him sex and he's not doing me like this. Wait, I don't get it.
And you gave your body too. You gave his body. And
it's a bad game.
Honestly, if you are having sex with somebody, I think you should be doing it because you want to.
Yes.
If you're having somebody because you're thinking he's going to give you money or he's going to stick around or something, you're
going to marry you.
I'm telling you.
And that trick still works. So for the guys, I beg, go no spoil people gist. So that trick still works. That let's keep looking at
see what happens.
and things are
I
happening.
think that actually
Okay.
like girls are actually vulnerable. I feel maybe that was the first person that maybe did it to her, or maybe at that point, when you're in a relationship, somebody might like tend to be vulnerable and stuff like that. Maybe he was the one that defiled her, and that was why when
No,
they
it's not
met up,
even. It might not even be
and-
the person that defiled the
but
lady.
sometimes it used to be like that.
Case
And
is like 10% right now in our
Mhm.
society.
I
saw
swear,
when you
yeah.
hear a lady say after everything I've done for you,
And
ah,
then if
either
you
for
ask
the sex
her
or
to
probably
list out the
one
things.
or two times,
Maybe she even could
she
find
gave
a
hair. I said,
When I
or wash
saw
these
the-
clothes. You
I'm
know the
not
funny
doing
one. The
anything
funny
for
one.
honestly.
You know, the guy is the kind that brings his friends home. So you cook for all his friends. You know,
Yes,
our
yes.
wife is
Good
good.
wife.
Our wife.
Our wife.
That's
on
not
that
that.
note,
Yeah.
on that note, I'm particular what if you see me
Never.
as a person, I can never
I
imagine
swear.
myself in the kitchen when one
Cooking
guy
for a guy.
big
If
chef
semo or rice.
on Saturday. Are you
With bacon
Are you
table.
joking? Yes. Are you joking?
You are breaking guys' table. This thing you guys are doing, you are breaking guys'
I'm
table.
very, very sorry.
This is unfair. This is unfair to guys.
I'm not a person.
You
that
see me
will
like
do
rice
that.
on semo.
I'm not that
it's not-
dominated that
babe,
I will go to
babe,
my boyfriend's house.
Babe, rice. It's
Some
not
of
like
them
a
go ahead and then they stop
Oh,
the freezer.
egusi.
They make so many different dishes.
Oh
They
my
pack
man.
They put it in the freezer for
Why are people
Are you
breaking
joking?
somebody's
What's my
table? This is
business?
unfair. This is unfair to guys.
Never in my
Wait,
life.
wait.
I'm very
This
sorry.
is unfair to
Coming
guys.
to your
Thank
house.
you. It makes you love yourself. I like
I'm
it.
coming to your house.
You cannot cook for me. You cannot cook for yourself. You cannot wash your clothes. What's wrong with you? Are you whining me? Your head has gone upside down.
I
You marry me now, I don't have the
Actually, the people on this table are the ones living couples life in the varsities. Honestly, when I was an undergraduate, I had a neighbor. She had this boyfriend. Unfortunately, immediately they graduated, the thing ended. In front
Yeah.
of us.
Wow.
The guy knows what
That
he's
is
doing.
unfortunate.
Contract.
You understand? So
It's a deal.
every time, in fact, the guy didn't even have a house, an apartment. That
I will.
whenever it comes like this, wish inside the
Clash.
girl's house, you should. It's the guy that collected the house, so you
love.
wash the clothes, you
Love
know,
is blind.
everything.
Love is
In fact,
blind.
the
Listen,
lecturer
love.
actually punished
Love
the
is-
guy for dating the girl.
Thank
It's still
you.
stood by her, you understand? He's going to cook.
It
But
is
me,
love.
I like the money, oh.
and whenever I see that
love.
she's cooking for, the
He will go
society,
there.
I like it.
You said you benefited.
Everybody did not eat
But now
money.
the things that she did for you. That relationship did not work.
And that's
No,
another
now,
thing.
In that instance, the lady do not love herself. But what do you guys think?
No, I feel like that's another thing you have to be very, very particular about. Once you feel like you're giving,
And you're not getting anything back from that.
But at that point,
forget
No.
those.
no.
But wait,
Whenever
she
you in
does.
love, but have sense.
I want to object to
Wait,
that.
wait. Sorry. You see, having sex sometimes it's different from being in love. Sometimes you'll be in love and you not have sex.
I'm
That's
saying
right.
that. That's what I'm
That's
saying.
the
That
fly.
once you're in love, you have to try to put checks in places.
Yeah, but
Put checks and
Now,
balances.
I want to
Also,
object to
people
something.
don't know that they don't have sense.
Now let me tell you something. I want to object to one of these statements you made the other time. You see, now this one might not really make so much sense to maybe the single ones, but one of my own principle when it comes to people that are married is that though it might be a very hard thing to do, but I put it as a principle for myself, and as well as I tell people, if you can, dare it. Which is, when it comes to marital law, let me put it that way, you are expected to give so much without expecting anything back.
Of course, that's marriage.
That's marriage.
It's shocking.
No, you're not shocked.
No,
it's marriage
I'm
now.
talking to
Not be
you.
boyfriend and girlfriend.
It's not
relationship.
boyfriend and
Yeah.
girlfriend now.
honestly, I don't completely.
No, sometimes
agree.
it starts from boyfriend and girlfriend.
I can't completely
No.
agree with you.
As a boyfriend and girlfriend relationship,
You see this
if he doesn't
expecting back.
care for
See
you,
this
and
expecting.
you're giving,
That's different ways
forget,
of
just walk
expecting.
away.
No.
What's the
I feel like
point?
even if you're in a relationship, be it married or whatever, I shouldn't have to expect things from you because I've done something. Yeah, you should know what your part in this relationship is and act accordingly. I'm not saying
the part that has been rightly defined by both of you.
Yes.
Okay. So I just want to chip in those ones so that people will be people listening to it, they will know that the part we're not just talking about maybe that the society defines. I'm talking about the part that you both agree to be the part.
Relationship. Yes, because like I feel like now there are different dynamics in relationship. Like in somebody's relationship, like might be the woman that wears the pants, like she's the one that brings the money, she's the bread maker and all that.
I don't really like it actually.
No, that's because you're an African man. But like other people might not
women bring money. Let me tell you.
Collect it.
As an experienced married man, I sincerely, frankly speaking, let me talk to guys. If you are a married man, pray that God bless you.
I say
Women do not have the which word can I use? They don't have the
discretion.
No, not discretion. No, that would be demeaning them. Women doesn't have that. Fela Duty put it somewhere. There's a way he put it. Women do not have the how do I describe this thing? They don't have the energy. Let me just use the simple word energy to bear such responsibility of giving without looking back. That you have 100 naira left and the house needs 9 naira. And as a woman, you are willing to drop 9 naira out of that. No, 99 naira out of that 100 naira. It may be difficult for women. But for men, they can do it without looking back.
Yes. Okay, wait.
That's what you're called to do.
Yes.
Wait. That's why I'm saying that. As a sincerely, if I'm in a men's meeting, I tell them, guys, see, no joke. I'm not for this who is earning the most. No. But at all means, even if your wife is earning 100 naira, you are earning 10 naira. Make sure that 10 naira, you are dropping 9.50 kobo.
Mr. Emmanuel, can I comment?
Okay.
Recently, we see ladies coming out. Oh, I want to own this business. I want to go this. I want to do that. I want to have this before marriage. I want to do this. Many of them, I wouldn't want to put a high percentage on it. Okay? So many of them, myself included, I would believe that if there is a bill worth 10 naira, I should be able to drop at least 40 naira, if not 50 naira.
It's a good deal.
That's not this thing behind it.
5 naira.
Okay.
Yeah, I get some ladies don't, at the end of the day, when a guy tries to do rubbish, they will be like, oh, I'm independent. I can
live on my own.
I get your gist.
Yeah, but that for me, I think in a marriage, when the bill is 10 naira, you as a lady, a hardworking one, should be able to settle at least half, if not half, like 1/3 of the bill. That you even get more respect from your husband. You understand? And from whoever is listening or whoever is noticing you guys, you understand? So recently, ladies that go into business, let me say the ladies of now, many of them don't even go into business. Many of them are Oga's wife, you understand?
Yes.
But that we are still on that trend. She understand? We
working here.
That is one of our reasons
for working to earn.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on the person. Well, for me,
honestly, I feel like you can't speak for everybody.
It depends on the person you are in with. Now, this is the thing. For me, it depends on the person you are in with.
Okay.
Can I survive marrying? Can I survive any time in the marriage whereby I'm not earning and my wife is earning? Yes. But do I want it to stay for long? No.
Even me, as a lady, I don't think I can do the full housewife. And I will not work and earn. It's not possible now. But with the earning, I'm earning money. I'll still collect money from my husband.
Of course.
Yes.
As a bonus. The point of this thing, I feel like, is that now, for example, now in a situation whereby you're earning, and I'm talking to ladies now, you're earning more than your husband, your boyfriend, or whatever, or you're doing your bit in this thing. That should not give you any right to feel like you can disrespect him.
If he treats you like a queen,
at the end of the day, he's your husband.
So let me ask this final question. So talk to the guys. At what point in a relationship do you think they are no longer loving themselves?
Guy.
The guy now, I'm not talking about it.
Like men are really, really quick to
Yes.
listen. So
At what point will you advise a guy? Okay, maybe this is a brother, maybe a senior brother. You just feel, Egmo, the way this
Go to
relationship
love.
is going.
Okay, for example,
Hold yourself very
when
well.
you know she actually
You are the only one in this
And
relationship.
that's your
she
shock
doesn't like
absorber.
you.
That's a red
When you
flag,
know
so
as
you
a
see the
matter
red
of
flag.
fact, she's just keeping you around. She's not into the
A
relationship.
figurehead, something.
You're not
But guys are
there
clueless
as-
most times. They
No,
don't even see.
They know, but you people are like the thing is, when you like somebody, you try to make excuses.
Yeah.
But then when you don't like somebody, you're really, really quick to be, oh, this is how it
Forget.
is. You get. So you know this girl does not like you. You're seeing her with a guy, with every other guy in different clubs every other day. She's not doing her own part in like the relationship. She's just there for maybe your money, or she's just there when things are good for you. Why are you still in the relationship? Or even talk about it, you guys want different things to begin with. Like maybe,
Is that
you're
right?
thinking along the road of marriage and she's just there for
But you know that there are some guys that are very stubborn. They will still see the red flag. Like they'll be like, let me just like
She'll
I-
change.
No,
let
no,
me just
same thing for the
when it
opposite
gets to the
sex.
limit.
for guys,
Yes,
sometimes
when
it's
it-
also as a matter of ego. Now, when you reject a guy, there's a part of him that is like, oh my god, I'm going to get this girl. Not because he actually still likes you or anything. He just wants to show you that
I'm still the
Nah,
boss.
man, I be.
I mean, like I'm going to like
Or maybe even a bet between his friends.
that's what it is at this point. Because I watched something. This girl was like, okay, this guy had been asking her out for like 4 years. Was on TikTok, and then when I said, okay, yeah, you can take me out on a date. And while they were on the date, this guy picks up his phone, calls another lady, puts it on speaker, and starts to ask that one out. Now, it was very clear that the only reason why this guy was adamant for those 4 years was because he wanted to show her that he was going to get her. And he hadn't even fully gotten her. They were just on a date, and he was already showing that he's not in it for anything serious. He's just here to prove a point.
I'm divorced.
Yeah. First of all, personally, as a person, if you ask me out for like, I don't know, maybe a month plus, and I know in my heart I'm not interested, and I tell you I'm not interested, and then maybe later in the future, you now become one very beautiful thing, you're not entering my eyes, I'm still not going to be interested because I'm never going to go back. That ship has sailed.
Don't worry.
In my head, it has gone.
That is theory. When we get to
it.
practical.
Because no, in that way, the guys think oh, okay,
on that
you're
note,
there
I want
for
us to
different
round up.
reasons.
So, but next week, I want us to talk about the guys' part. Sometimes I will give you some inclination to how guys think when it comes to relationships. Sometimes the things you guys take as very important thing when it comes to relationship, that I love this person and I know I'm loving myself in this relationship as well. Guys don't really think about it. They just look at this one is just joking. You don't know why it's going on.
Love and lust.
Don't worry. Let's deal with this one more time next week. We'll talk about the guys' part and how do you girls see the guys' view of loving themselves when it comes to relationships. So I think on that note we'll be rounding up.
All right, thank you for listening. Thank you, Mr. Emmanuel. We hope to see you next week.
I'll be here.
Yeah.
God's willing. And to our
beautiful ladies.
Maybe I will
in the
come with a
house.
guy next week too, so that the person will come and defend me.
No, the guy will not enter.
We will lock the door.
Havana.
Ladies.
Havana.
Let's meet and dissect that.
Maybe next.
No problem.
All right, thank you for listening. It's the studio of Lee City 89.1 FM. My name is Abimbola Sadiq. See you next time, next week. Same station, same dial, same time. Bye.
Shay. So you see this love yourself thing. A lot of things that ladies do in relationship